Rockstar has never named a single real Florida location as inspiration for anything in GTA 6. Not once. Not in the trailers, not on the website, not in any press release. Every region in the state of Leonida carries a fictional name, and officially, that's where the conversation ends. But Rockstar isn't subtle about it. Some of these are so close to the real thing that the only question is how they got away with it. And with GTA 6 releasing in 2026, the window to map these connections before everyone else does is closing. Here are 9 real Florida locations Rockstar put in GTA 6, matched only to what they've shown in official material. No leaks, no speculation. Every match comes from the trailers, the website, or the June 2026 screenshot drop. You'll recognize Jason and Lucia, the game's 2 confirmed protagonists, moving through almost every one of these places. Number 9. Ocean Drive. The Art Deco strip in Miami Beach is the most photographed stretch of road in South Florida, and Rockstar, developed under Take-Two Interactive and built on their proprietary Rage engine, rebuilt it almost brick for brick. The pastel hotels lining Ocean Beach and Vice City match the real district's signature candy-colored palette, which wasn't original to the 1930s buildings at all. That color scheme was invented in the 80s by preservationist Leonard Horowitz during the campaign to save the district from demolition. A woman named Barbara Bear Capitman chained herself to buildings to stop the bulldozers, and her effort saved over 800 Art Deco structures. Rockstar's own website uses the phrase pastel Art Deco hotels when describing Ocean Beach. Number 8. The Kaseya Center. It shows up at the 25-second mark of Trailer 1, partially out of focus behind a woman in a convertible. The flat spherical roof and gridded windows are unmistakable. The real arena opened New Year's Eve 1999, seats about 19,600, and has burned through 4 names in 5 years. In GTA 6, it's the Sahara Arena, sitting inside what the game calls Vice-Dade County, Rockstar's stand-in for Miami-Dade County, and the Miami Heat have been renamed the Vice City Narcos, a cocaine-era joke that writes itself. Number 7. The Venetian Causeway. It appears in an aerial shot in Trailer 1, and fans matched it by the toll booths, the dedicated bike lane, and the stair-stepped condos on the Venetian Islands. The real causeway opened in 1926, carries 12 bridges across a chain of artificial islands, set over the waters of Biscayne Bay, and has been on the National Register of Historic Places since 1989. Rockstar shortened the length to fit the map but kept the details. If you're finding these connections interesting, subscribing takes 1 tap and means you'll catch every breakdown the moment new material drops. Number 6. E11 nightclub became 919 in Trailer 2. Jason and Lucia are shown dancing inside. The naming gag is the tell. Both clubs bury a spelled-out number inside digits. The real E11 is one of the only 24/7 nightclubs in the country, built inside a former strip club on Northeast 11th Street, and currently ranked number 1 in the US and 6th globally. The around-the-clock model is genuinely unusual in American nightlife. Rockstar kept the energy but swapped the name. Number 5. The Clevelander Hotel on Ocean Drive became the Ocean View Hotel. The sign typography is nearly identical. The real Clevelander was designed by architect Albert Annis, opened in 1938, and helped launch South Beach's modern nightlife when it started hosting live outdoor music in 1989. It's not the only rename either. Fans documented an entire pattern along the strip. The Colony became the Colon, the Starlight became the Moonlight, the Beacon became the Deacon. Every single one is a 1-letter joke. Now here's where it gets less obvious. Number 4. In the Leonida Keys, official screenshots show a roadside tourist stop with a giant whale statue out front. That's Rain Barrel Village in Islamorada, and the whale is standing in for Betsy the Lobster. Betsy is a 30-foot-tall, 40-foot-long fiberglass Caribbean spiny lobster, sculpted by an artist named Richard Blaze over 5 years starting in 1980. She's reportedly the second most photographed thing in the Florida Keys after the southernmost point buoy. Rockstar kept the whole roadside attraction setup, the gift shop, the tourist trap charm, and just swapped the species. Almost nobody covers this one. Number 3. The broken bridge in the Leonida Keys is the 7-mile bridge and its abandoned predecessor. The original span was built between 1905 and 1912 as part of Henry Flagler's Overseas Railroad. The 1935 Labor Day hurricane, a Category 5, destroyed 40 miles of track and killed roughly 400 people. Florida bought the right-of-way for $640,000, converted the bridges to highway, and the old bridge now serves as a fishing pier and pedestrian walkway. Rockstar recreated both the modern bridge and the crumbling original running alongside it. If you want the real stories behind the game without the clickbait, subscribing here keeps you ahead. Number 2. Port Gellhorn. This is the one that convinced me. Rockstar isn't just borrowing from Florida. They're quoting it. The official website describes Port Gellhorn as Leonida's Forgotten Coast. That's not a generic phrase. Forgotten Coast is a registered trademark first used by the Apalachicola Bay Chamber of Commerce in 1992, covering the undeveloped panhandle stretch from Mexico Beach to St. Mark's. Rockstar's full description reads like a documentary about what happened to Panama City after Hurricane Michael made landfall in 2018 as a Category 5 with 160-mile-per-hour winds, causing roughly $25 billion in damage. The spring break collapse of 2015 had already gutted the town's party economy. Even the name Gellhorn is believed to reference war correspondent Martha Gellhorn, who at 81 covered the invasion of Panama, making it a layered pun on a port town, Panama City, and her Panama reporting. She also met Hemingway at Sloppy Joe's in Key West. And number 1, the deepest cut on this entire list. In Trailer 1, if you look at the horizon in the key shots, there's a small tethered blimp floating in the distance. That's Fat Albert. The real Fat Albert is a radar aerostat flown over Cudjoe Key by U.S. Customs and Border Protection. First deployed in 1980, designed to detect low-flying drug-smuggling aircraft and go-fast boats up to 200 miles away. It broke loose in 1981 and had to be shot down by Air Force jets. It drifted 100 miles over the Everglades in 1991, trailing its TV Marty transmitter. And despite widespread reports that it was decommissioned in 2013, it's still flying. In September 2024, CBP actually added a second aerostat called Argos to right alongside the original, a U.S. government anti-smuggling surveillance balloon hovering over the Keys, in a game about drug runners. Rockstar didn't just reference Florida, they referenced the thing watching Florida. Subscribe so you're here the next time Rockstar hides something nobody else finds.